couple of endangered species in this tank. We give them the best fighting chance that we can give them.
Put it on your other video. How do I video this?
You saw her?
Whoa. Henry Kylie.
You're not gonna do it on the I did. I just did. I took a video earlier on my phone.
Move it around a bit.
Now in this tank, we do have about 18 sharks, 6,000 spiny fish, 3 moray eels, a green sea turtle, a sawfish, and there's even a couple horseshoe crabs all swimming around in this tank. I don't know if you guys can look under this little shipwreck piece right here, but there is a little Attila sticking out. So that is going to be our Goliath grouper. Now, I don't know if you guys know, but Goliath groupers get up to 15 feet large out in the wild. Now, ours is only 4.5 feet long, so he's a little small. All these right here are going to be our Bermuda chubs. They have those really round bellies. And then do you guys see this little fish on top of this one right here? So that's going to be a black tip grouper. So those guys are like the chameleons of the sea. So they can change from any color between black and white and any shade in between. So those guys are ambush predators, so they do like to blend in with the surroundings. So when they're ready to attack, that's our nurse shark.
And who shark?
Nurse.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I saw that one down there.
Was it sleeping?
Yeah. No. It was an octopus. I have a question. I have a question.
Yeah.
How can you tell if a shark is a boy or a girl?
So when you guys are under them, the 2 claspers that basically stick out, that means it's a boy. If it doesn't have any of those, it's a girl.
Oh, so if it has like, it was like a triangular one, that's still a guy?
That's a female.
That's a
Oh,
shark.
okay.
So the 2 claspers are going to be the little 2 like rods.
Okay,
sticking out,
that's what I
which
thought. I
is-
was like, what is that?
If you're old
Okay.
enough to know what those are, then you're old enough to know what those are.
Okay. I figured that.
Now the stingrays and the sawfish also have those claspers as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we
So
are
are
talking
they all
about
guys?
stingray.
Stingrays are all male?
Yeah,
Are
so
there-
most of the stingrays over there, well actually I think most of those are female. Like all those big ones you guys saw over there,
Okay.
those are all females.
Oh, okay.
So mostly the stingrays are the smaller ones.
Let's go on the
the boys.
speed.
Okay.
Look, we're coming next to her.
Man, we need something like this.
Now have you guys gone through the tunnel?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah, we just came from there.
Oh, the
before we
tunnel
came here.
shark.
So you guys will or have already noticed that everything up here will be bigger just because the curvature of the glass shrinks everything by 30 to 35%.
That's a shark.
So I know when I walk through there, it looks like everything's on top of each other, or everything's cramped. But when you're up here, everything is more spaced out, and you guys can see it to its true size. Like
It's
I don't know if you guys have
pretty.
noticed, but I'm sure the sharks probably look a little bigger. And
What is that?
so that shark right down there was a sandbar shark. Now sandbars actually have the largest fin to body ratio of any other shark. It makes about 18% of its overall body weight. Do you guys know the shark movie Jaws?
Yes.
So anytime you see that fin cutting through the top of the water where it's like that dum 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 music, that is a sandbar fin, not a great white like they wanted you to think.
Oh, look at that fish. They're going to want your leg, guys.
So that is the sawfish. He's actually the largest animal in the aquarium. He is 11 feet long. For that perspective, the glass you guys are looking at is only 10 feet long. So he's actually longer than the glass. He's also the most critically endangered species as well, as there's only 30 to 50 in captivity and only about 1,000 in the wild. So it is likely in our lifetime that they're projected to go extinct. But we are working with conservation to help get those numbers back up. One of our own aquariums actually holds what is called a stud book. It basically gives us information of all the ones that are in captivity, so that way we can find which one are like the best match for each other.
So it's only one in here?
Only one in this one.
Okay, so
What?
And we're one of like 30 aquariums that have one.
to have one. Oh, okay. So then how do you make, like, does he...
So this one, he's a little tricky. He's very picky with his females. So he's actually on the smaller side of what a sawfish normally looks like.
Wow.
So the closest one that would be the best match for him was actually in Switzerland,
Okay.
but she was 15 feet long. And when they go to mate, they actually have to flip the female upside down. So he's not.
He's not strong enough to...
Yeah,
she's
he's a little
bigger.
bit.
Okay.
And that's if they mate. So it would cost about I think $1 million to get them over here transported and everything. And that's taking a big risk because like what if they just don't mate or if they don't like each other?
Right. So then is that why they're going extinct? Because they won't... Okay.
So it's not like, no, it's not because they want extinct. It's because, so those big fishing nets that basically scrape the ocean floor, they get caught in those because you guys can tell they like to lay on the bottom of the floor.
Right.
And then overfishing and everything like that.
Aw.
So he was actually a rescue from Australia.
Oh, okay.
At one point, sawfish were actually found off the coast of Florida, but now they can only be found near Australia.
Okay.
So that big chubby guy right down there is another Bermuda chub. People say they look like footballs.
He does. I want to see my
You wanna see what?
Ooh, what is that one? Is that a fish?
Where?
Isn't that like a tuna or something?
When you see it again, let me know.
Oh, okay.
I'll be scared to fall in this water.
It's over for
There's a
The only
bunch
thing
of
you would have
sharks
to be
in
scared about is Gabby, our sea turtle.
Gabby?
The sharks would swim to the other side of the tank while Gabby would take a chomp out of you.
Oh wow.
Wait, so sharks don't. They don't eat people?
We're actually toxic to so we have a lot of iron in our blood, so imagine you having like a handful of pennies in your mouth, that's what we would taste like to them.
Ew.
So the only time a shark
Oh,
attack
wow.
ever happens is basically mistaken identity.
Oh,
So we do
wow.
match their swimming patterns of a seal, which is their number one prey.
Okay.
And then of course when surfers are on a surfboard, it kind of looks like a turtle because it has that round.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Where's those sharks in that?
Was there what? There's ink on the floor? I don't know. I don't know any fish that squirts ink.
Wait, so sharks don't eat people?
No, so they actually do not like us. So the only time a shark actually bites us is if we're like either threatening it or if we're they think we're something else. Now most of the time people actually don't die from a shark attack, they actually just die from bleeding out.
From the bite, right. Okay.
So what they do is they basically take a chomp out of our arm, they're like, ew, this tastes disgusting, let me spit it back out, they swim away, and then they leave us there to die basically.
Oh, okay.
So turtles are the ones who like to attack people?
Yeah, so Gabby, she was out in the wild for about 40 years, so she does have that fight or flight instinct still in her. So she is a little more territorial. She's the only thing in this tank that's had a conflict with another human being. So we had a diver in the water once. She had her hair in her ponytail, looked like a piece of squid. So Gabby took a chomp out of the hair, dragged the diver. So now when our divers get in the water, they actually have to wear hairnets.
Oh, my
Oh
goodness.
wow.